Well, Eli said he'd be here by a quarter after. And he's gonna bring his little brother with him.
Okay, so where do you want to put that in at? Yeah.
Down in the valley?
I live in, well, in Jasper area.
Yeah, that's down the valley. Yeah. Okay,
Well, it's cold. Well, it's cold.
I love Mullins
Are
Cove.
you ready? Michelle?
Ready?
Okay, at 6 o'clock, we're going to call the meeting to order, the February monthly city meeting. Jean, would you lead us in prayer, please?
Lord, we'll try not to take up too much of your time with this meeting, but we do pray that you will give us wisdom and understanding and thoughtfulness so that good decisions for the town of Monteagle will be made. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Nate?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, has everyone read the minutes from the January meeting and the January public hearing?
I did, and I recommend that we accept them as
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Anybody second?
Second.
Okay. Okay, all those in favor?
they are.
All right, we've got reports of committees and members, and we're going to do this a little bit off tonight because the police department is on the call. They may be late. So Travis, if you want to go ahead and start the fire department.
Some of the things we've done throughout the month of February, we've responded to about 20 fire calls or so. We've had a structure fire, just some of the highlights. We've had a structure fire, an extrication call, 2 tractor trailer fires, a couple grass fires, and 4 mutual aid runs between Pelham and Tracy City. We used an estimated of 5,200 gallons of water. The new engine that we purchased is in service and running calls now. The fire department roster has been increased to 19 members as of right now. 30 members from 4 departments attended an EVOT class for emergency vehicle operations and received certifications. We hosted it here at Monteagle, so that was a good thing. We also had 4 members this past weekend attend Coffee County to become certified in grain bin rescue and grain bin awareness for farming accidents. We've been working on policies, procedures, and operational guidelines for the department, just kind of, getting some foundation put together. We've also been working on response guidelines to ensure the trucks to accommodate each run that comes into the town. That we will always have a truck in service for the community with a crew on standby for Monteagle only calls. So that's some of the highlights we've done. Some of the upcoming events that we've got coming up within the next couple of weeks. We've got a 64-hour state training class that'll be started here in Monteagle March the 8th to the 23rd. So that's the 64-hour and the live burn class that's required by the state. And that's actually a free class that's being offered by the Fire Marshal's office until June. We've got a 16-hour intro to fire pumps, and that'll be March 11th and 12th. We're also hosting that here. And we've got an in-house driver's training program going on right now for all the members to, that's taking the driver's classes to give them 10 hours of driver's training to check them off to operate a truck. So that's some of the highlights.
Travis, is that 64-hour class the one that the state's paying $600 to every firefighter that completes it?
No, that's actually the commission. So this year the commission's putting packages together. for 40 hours of training. That, you know, I think that's the credentialing this year. I don't want to quote too much, but that's the fire commission that's recognizing that. We actually are. I've got a packet to submit for that to see if we can receive that as well. Any questions?
I don't. Do you have any questions? I like this.
Thank you.
I think it's very good. It's,
Thank you. And also attached in your package, there's a calendar for the calls that the guys that are responding to for over the month. I realize that number is a little high right now, but we understand that, and we're going to work on that and get, you know, crews itemized to what they're responding to and get that number down.
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. And Travis, if you'll, on these things, if you'll email them to me, I'll get them up here so that the community and everybody on UCTV can see them too.
Excellent.
So.
I think it's important that you tell people how many of your new officers are certified too.
Yeah, so I'll come back with you here. So we've actually, I don't want to spoil the breakfast, but we've got an assistant chief that I actually spoke to on the way here. So you will have an assistant chief coming aboard. That's all in the works. I don't want to say too much right now, but I'll let the city know what's going on with it. We've got 2 fire lieutenants. We've actually 1 support lieutenant, 1 fire lieutenant, and 1 captain in place. And out of these 19 members, we've got about 4 guys that's not certified members. So the rest of them's all certified. So we're growing, hopefully.
Good. Good job, Travis.
Thank you.
All right, I see Jared's here, so we'll go ahead and do the police department.
We're a little busy.
That's all right.
We had 6 arrests, you two. This is our new police officers. Matthew Cross is the one with the hat on. Justin Elliott is the one without the hat.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Justin Elliott, Matthew Cross. All right, there you go.
That's all.
I got work to do. I got work to do.
Hey, go to work.
Yeah. And that's, like I said, we got all our stuff back in the lab. We just hadn't done the math on the ounces and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, I gotta go again. So, good luck.
You're good. Thank you. All right, Parks and Rec. You got anything for Parks and Rec?
We're expecting our new playground equipment to be installed around the end of March. It'll be ready for the Easter egg hunt, which is in April. And we're working with baseball. Apparently one of the trucks over at the Chinese restaurant took out part of the fence and the electric box to the helipad, and that's got to be repaired.
Okay. John's not here. You're at Keith, Street Department.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
I told you about the fans.
Earl, you're next.
I don't have any business permits. Debbie, do you know of anything? Everything? As far as building goes in Monteagle area, things have slowed down quite a bit from what they were, you know, several months ago. A lot of that probably got to do with pricing of building materials and things that's going on. It'll take 6 weeks now to get a septic permit, you know, and a lot of that stuff has slowed down quite a bit. Still a lot going on in Coolidge, even though it's slowed down. I still get a lot of calls. And I still get a lot of calls in different areas here in town about setbacks and what is required, you know, zoning, you know, those type things. Outside of that, I don't have a formal report. If anybody's got any questions, I'll do my best to try to answer them.
Anybody got any questions?
Well, all right.
We don't have anything.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going into old business. We have the second reading of ordinance 01-22. This is an ordinance to amend the zoning map for the town of Monteagle, Tennessee to rezone parcels 031.00 and 030.01, the Marion County tax map 022K, Group B, from C3 Interchangeable District to C2 Highway Business District. And this is Christian's Auto Shop over here. So we've already had one reading on it. Do we have a motion for a second?
I'll make a motion we approve
Okay.
ordinance -01-22.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we have a second reading on ordinance 02-22, the hire of a full-time fire chief. Let me get to it. Okay, this is an ordinance establishing a fire rescue department for the town of Monteagle, Tennessee. This is second reading. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The second reading of ordinance 03-22 is the ordinance to adopt a fire code.
I have a question about that last one I think we have to now hire somebody, right?
No, Travis had already hired you official as of March 1st.
So we hired him as the in the
last
former
one.
role, and now he's rolling over into this new role.
Right.
Okay, let's just make sure.
Okay, on the second reading of ordinance 03-22 to adopt the fire code. This is an ordinance adopting model fire code for the town of Monteagle, Tennessee. This is second reading. Do we have a motion to approve?
I move that we approve this ordinance 0322.
Have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, second reading of ordinance 04-22. Am I going too fast?
Yep.
This is an ordinance amending sections of the personnel policies and procedures of the town of Monteagle, Tennessee general government. And what this does is any employee that's absent from work 7 days needs to return all town property until they are cleared to return to work. This is second reading. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move that we approve ordinance number 0422.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have a first reading of ordinance 05-22. This is a budget amendment. And this is where we had taken money out of the fire department to put into the capital replacement fund for the fire truck. This is, the donation. So this is first reading. Do we have any comments and/or motion?
So the comment is just to be clear. So this is taking all the donations that we received in the town of Monteagle and moving them back into capital reserves to pay for that fire truck.
Right.
And thank everyone who made those donations. It was a good thing.
Was it 111,000?
106,000.
Oh, here it is.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 0522.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay. I need a roll call though.
Okay.
Nate?
Yes.
Alvin?
Yes.
Jessica?
Yes.
Doreen? Yes. Okay. Since we're done with all the ordinances, pretty quick. Mayor's not here. The alderman, Nate, you had something?
Yes, so at the planning commission meeting in January, the planning commission recommended for approval the plat to take the property that used to be the old rail bed on DeBow Street and turn it over to the various landowners. It's a subdivision, but it's a subdivision to allow the trail to go through where College Street was and to give the extra property to all the adjacent landowners. Back to the landowners. And part of that would be the town accepting what is now DeBow Street, which the Mountain Oak Trail Line's got a deed to, and accepting that piece of property where the across from Overton Street, where the group is currently building the garden.
Right.
And so as a town, we need to accept this plat as well, and we're the only landowners who have not signed that we're accepting it. So all the other landowners are waiting to get their property. So,
They can't get their property until we sign?
right, so we've got to
Until we
approve the
agree
whole
to it.
plat, and then we can begin to give the properties away.
Explain this to me in layman's terms.
Sure. So the Mountain Goat Trail Alliance currently owns all that property that used to be the rail bed there.
Long stop, right?
Yeah. And we, at a previous meeting, voted to close that section of College Street and turn that into the trail, which meant that property that we had purchased, which was the old rail bed, was extra. So we're giving it, we're avenue to the Church of Christ, so it ties into their property and will allow them.
Lanes.
Yeah, Miss Lane, we're giving her property in front of her place. Scott Bennett's getting the property in front of his place, and that leaves us a funny shaped piece of property, which is a little section in front of Overton Street, which would go to the town, and also DeVoe Street, which just was part of the rail bed, so we never had the actual legal right to it. So if we approve this plat, the Mountain Goat Trail Alliance will get the deeds drawn up to give everything to the different landowners.
And Alvin, this is Overton.
Yeah,
Out here.
I would, well, when, I was just the wording you used to, how you worded it, that's what I called it. I understand about that, it go to each one of those property owners.
Yes, yeah,
I
yeah.
understand that.
And then this weird thing that is most of this DeVoe Street and this little section here would go to the town.
In that town. Okay, but not all that other stuff.
No, all this other stuff goes to those different landowners. It's all the stuff that Scooter Bill and Cecil have been haying.
Well, that's the,
They said they would continue to hay it, and I know Miss Lane and the Church of Christ are both interested in that. And Scooter Bill and Cecil, they already hay Scott's other property, so I'm sure he'd be fine with it too.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve?
Yes. To accept the plat and accept the property, I guess, would be the proper terminology.
Need a motion to approve? Huh?
Can they not vote on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll make a motion that
Okay.
we accept the plat as submitted to the planning commission.
I think what the city attorney said, if you will tell the audience that you're on the board, that you get no.
Compensation.
Okay. So for those who don't know, I am on the board of the Mountain Goat Trail Alliance as a volunteer, and I accept no compensation from the Mountain Goat Trail Alliance. It's a civic engagement that I've been involved in for many years. It's one of several boards I sit on, but I do not receive any compensation for the work. I did negotiate with the landowners, though. That's part of one of the things that I do for the trail.
And my situation's the same. I'm on the Mountain Goat Trail Board, but receive no compensation for our work.
So there's no conflict of interest anywhere here, okay? So we've got a motion to approve by Nate. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay. Alvin, you got anything?
no,
Jessica?
The only thing I'd like to say is we've received a good bit of donations for the baseball program, about $2,500, but we'd like to get about $2,500 more. So if you know friends who might want to donate, or family, or yourself, then let us know. We're glad you take your money.
Okay, and I want to thank Greg and Janet for our town hall meeting that they did last month. We were asked not to attend, and when I say we, the council was asked not to attend, giving the citizens more freedom to speak. Felt like they would talk more if we weren't here. They had an awesome turnout. They had good comments. We have not got the summary of that meeting back yet. Hopefully we'll get it pretty soon. And I'm interested in getting started on some of the comments because I heard they were really good. So again, thank you for that. And we will have another town hall meeting March 15th, right? At 4 o'clock. So I hope everybody can come out and attend that one as well. Does anybody have any citizen comments? We have one.
I know it's budget time, so I just want to put in a plea for some flashing fog light signs. I don't know what the answer is for people turning on their lights. I really don't. But I feel like we need to do something either at our city line. I know Monteagle and Sewanee are the two worst. And when you leave, going to Tracy, but when people exit the interstates or where they're coming from other places, I don't think they know to manually put on their lights. I don't know what the answer is, but I would like to a plea to the council to consider some solutions on this matter. It's dangerous.
You know, I really think it's like where everybody has the automatic on their cars and you never think to check. I mean,
Yeah.
I have to check mine every now and then just to make sure the lights are on.
But yeah, it's extremely dangerous. We all know that. We're
Right.
used to it, but we have so many new people coming in. They just, we've got to train them on our fog.
Can we do that though, or is that because that is a state highway? Does the state have to do it?
That's a TDOT issue. We can petition, ask TDOT to do something.
We just need to do something. I don't know what the answer is. It just
Right.
doing nothing is not the answer either. So fog is an issue. Thanks.
Thank you. Karen's not here tonight. Didn't we have a meeting, or wasn't something said in one of the meetings about cutting the Wi-Fi off at the library?
Yes, more than a year ago.
Yeah, whatever happened with that, you think? We need to ask her about that. Remind me, I'll ask her about that.
We thought she was coming tonight to talk about the audit, didn't we?
Yeah, but she's not gonna be here, so we can't bring it up. We'll talk about it at the budget meeting, that's, I would think. Okay. Anybody have any comments?
I have a son who's supposed to be here to tell you about his Eagle project and see if y'all will build him some tables, but this meeting has gone faster than I told him it would.
But we like fast meetings.
I know.
While we're waiting, we will have a different date for next month's city meeting. It'll be March the 21st at 6 o'clock. So we will change that. We'll give him just a minute and see if he decides to show.
Yeah, he said he was leaving the house.
Leslie?
Yeah, I have a question. And I probably know this, and I've forgotten more. I can look back in my notes, but how did the Mountain Goat Trail Alliance come to possess that College Street?
We purchased it.
You purchased it
We purchased
from
it.
the
Well, we purchased it from. It was owned by the Cray family and Dean Lay, and so we purchased Dean Lay's portion, and the Cray family donated their portion.
Okay, thank you. We didn't know that. Thanks.
Yeah, and that's been several years ago now. I have to go back and look.
Thank you.
All right, I hate to extend the meeting, but he really, if you're gonna get the picnic tables, he needs to get the project approved.
Tell them what you.
He is, Nate's son has to do a Eagle Scout project, and he's wanting to build some picnic tables for the ballpark. So he's wanting to come talk to us about it. He's just late.
Hey, just show up and tell us about it. We're holding the meeting open for you.
You want to put him on speaker?
It's okay.
Yeah, you must be.
Okay, just show up, yes. It's not printed,
Oh,
so I told him he could probably describe it.
He could describe it.
So I apologize, you'll now know exactly how long it takes to get from my house to City Hall.
Okay.
On foot.
Greg, you might explain why we needed new picnic tables. You had an incident with the picnic table that was there.
Be happy to, I'm glad I'm still alive. I don't know if I need to tell you about that. I was out at the ballpark and tried to help with the concession stand one night, and when I was waiting, I sat at the edge of the bench, and it came up like a seesaw. So I figured that was a little unsafe. And then as I looked at the surface, not only was it painted but not sanded, etc., you could get a lot of splinters if you weren't careful. So in reviewing it with whomever I reviewed it with at the time, we felt it would be appropriate to get rid of the old junky tables that were not safe and get some new ones. And we were told that they were used. They were great. People would sit there and snack on their concession stand purchases, but they weren't 100% safe. And they were like that for a while, so it was time to make the change and do the job.
Greg, would you or Janet want to comment on the town hall meeting while we were waiting? You don't have to, but just if you wanted to.
Well, as Doreen said, we had 31 people at the meeting. People were very forthcoming in their remarks. I'm working with the Southeastern Tennessee Regional Development to help. They've taken all the notes. I sent out messages to all the people who had sent their email address to us, saying that we were having a future meeting and what we were doing. And then I've got the new flyer or poster ready, and I have the new agenda ready, but I have to have the mayor's approval on it before it goes out. And the meeting will have the aldermen will be at it, and the Southeastern people. The aldermen are going to address certain issues that were brought up, and then they'll probably be excused so people can talk. And then the Southeast Development will also discuss some of the questions that were brought up, because some of them that city people know the answers to, and some of them they know that or they have ideas about. So that's how it'll be. And then there's another meeting on April the 12th, following up. And in the meantime, we're going to probably work on a survey. We haven't decided yet if a survey is worth the effort, because it takes a lot of time to pull all the information together, and we feel like the people are saying what's on their mind and that we can get to the bottom of things. So the survey may or may not happen. That's where we're at, right, Greg?
That's right. One point with the survey is people can still send emails to Janet or myself to express an opinion maybe that would be more informative than a pre-formed, precast, whatever the word is, survey. But we'll decide that after the March meeting and see how much more information we need to do that. It was well attended, a lot of valid comments. Janet and her computer skills got the word out as quickly as possible and is doing the poster design, so she's probably up for some award in art. I don't know what it is, but no, it's good that we have this kind of process, so people understand why we go here instead of there and all the other issues. It's not just 1, 2, 3. So I think it's good that we're doing it. I think it's good that we're following up. We didn't want one meeting and say thanks very much, goodbye. So it was good to have.
I think it's good to have the meeting.
Yes.
You know how everybody feels. And if we're not here, you're more freely to speak. You're not scared of retaliation.
No, what we wanted to do too was have a free flow of information from the citizens to us. We didn't debate things, we didn't try to answer questions, we just want to get things down on paper.
Awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have any other citizen comments back there in the back row?
Yes. I'm Eli Wilson. I'm a Boy Scout, Troop 14 in Sewanee. And
There's a microphone right up here with your name on it.
okay, cool. For my Eagle Scout project, I'm proposing that I build some picnic tables, 4 picnic tables for the Monteagle ball fields. And I have these done, and pretty soon. This is going to be in another week or maybe 2. But anyways, the budget for that, if I make them out of pressure treated lumber, is going to be about $550. And I'm wondering if I couldn't get some money for that lumber.
Well, aren't you special?
For lumber, yes, that is about.
We're not talking per picnic table, we're talking
That is
four.
for 4 picnic tables, yes.
Have you priced lumber lately?
Yes, that was up to date at Lowe's. That's what
Oh,
it costs.
awesome,
Yes.
good deal.
You better buy it quick.
Yeah, you better go down there tonight and get it. Do we have it?
Could I make a comment about that?
Sure you can.
I have some familiarity with Eagle Scout projects, and sometimes part of the project will include raising funds to finance whatever you're doing, whatever the project. Or at the same time, you may discuss, let's say with Lowe's, your project and what you're doing, and ask if they would make a contribution to the project itself. So I don't know if you've done any of that, but I know that is often part of what can be included in a project, in addition to actually building in this case, the tables themselves, that component of it. So I'm just throwing that out there versus just trying to hit the city up for the expense of it. And maybe you've done something along that line already.
Right, so I have not yet, but I do plan to. That is at most, it'll cost that. I expect I will get some discount.
Will you check with Lowe's and see if they will donate? Will you check with Home Depot, even Builder's Supply, and
Yes.
see if anybody will donate, and then let us know what is left,
All right.
and make it a go?
Well,
Yes, sir.
information. The ball season, I guess, is starting relatively soon,
Around the latter part of March.
and we would like them, I guess, before then.
I don't know that it has to be done right before, no.
So that, well,
As the assistant scoutmaster, it has to be done by March 15th.
Yes.
Okay.
And all the paperwork stating that it's done, and all the signatures from the town has to be done by March 15th, because that is his 18th birthday.
so could there be a conditional approval so the wheels keep turning? Or not to exceed or something?
I don't
If there's
think,
my point is, if there's a deadline and we have someone doing it and we need them, then maybe there's a solution out there somewhere.
I feel a little awkward because he's my son, and so I probably shouldn't vote on it, but I will just second that when I've done this, I accept a lot of Eagle Scout projects for picnic tables and stuff at the university, and we'll typically set a cap and have that person fundraise beyond that. And in that way, they're doing this fundraising component that you talk about, and whether Carl gives a discount or whether Lowe's gives a discount, that's. So I don't think I probably shouldn't vote on anything, but I don't know what happens there, because then we may not have a quorum.
do you want to pick it up, Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll just anticipate that you might be able to come in under your $500 budget
Okay.
too.
Yes.
That's what we'll do. We'll take it out of Parks and Rec, and anything you can collect, that'd be great. All right, let's make a motion to approve.
If you could adjourn for 2 minutes. I am receiving a news bulletin over the wires of Associated Press. There is a donation of $300 and another one of $100.
Awesome.
So you can put that into your calculations. 300 and another.
You just show up and look what happens. The skies open up.
Probably the only thing I know to tell you is you better start to work.
Okay.
All right.
I have questions on design. Are the benches that you sit on
Yes.
freestanding or will they be attached?
Part of the table.
I'm sorry?
They are attached. They are part of the table, yeah.
So if Greg sits on one end, will the other end go up? That's what he's asking.
If so, I may not get my Eagle Scout.
Okay.
Get
right.
the right size bolts, that's very important.
Yes.
Or I gotta sit on the other end. You guys sit on the
You can make the most out of it.
Okay, we need a motion to approve Eli doing the picnic tables.
Yes,
Right.
Okay, who's gonna make the motion?
I'll make the motion.
Alvin makes a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I'm abstaining.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But you need to put in an amount that you're gonna.
Well, let's say we're gonna put $500 in it. If we don't need the $500, that's okay.
Yes.
We need another thing, we need some in the car.
That's right.
Yeah, we're good.
Someone from the GCTV audience, Alex Mariachi, will cover the rest of the dollars.
Awesome. Thank you, Alex. Good job. Anybody else need an Eagle Scout?
Well, let's see if we need more picnic tables. AJ's Eagle project is coming up within the next 12 months, so hit AJ Wade up. And then is CB gonna make hits? CB's gonna make hits. We can get some tables here, production.
Hey, anything Boy Scout,
The
Wild about it.
Winchester troop has done at least 10 tables for me in the last couple of years.
Really? Good deal. Pressure's on, son.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else have anything?
It used to be so much
All right,
harder
I have a
when I was
motion
a
to
kid
adjourn.
to get money.
Like motion adjourned.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Drag it around.